Hello. In this video, I want to go through the oracle decks and tarot decks that will be leaving my collection this week. I'll go through each one, let you know why I'm getting rid of it, maybe I've outgrown it, but I am really decluttering and condensing my collection. So let's begin. So the first one is the Miracles Now by Gabrielle Bernstein. I love this deck, I really do. This is one of its probably first printing. You've got the silver here. For me, this deck was so powerful, beginning my, I guess, walking through spirituality, because you could just pull a card for the day. And I have got a lot of decks like this, but I feel that because I am connected more with meditation and with my own journaling, I feel that, not that I've outgrown these decks, because I really do love affirmation decks. They really do help. They really do help change your vibration, change your outlook, give you something to grab on the day if life's too tough. For instance, if I grab this one in the morning, when I allow others to support me, I support them too. That's a fantastic one if you're working. I love my food. My food loves me, so making healthy choices. So that's the first deck I'm getting rid of. This actually, it's interesting because the next deck that I'm getting rid of is not by Gabrielle Bernstein, but it is of a similar size and pretty much a similar look. Very similar. Like, I have got a lot of decks that are very similar, and maybe this is why I need to declutter and really condense. This is the Absolute Affirmations, again by Hay House. I've got a lot of decks by Hay House. I feel like they're really good quality, and I like this deck, but again, I just feel like I've utilized it every day. I just feel like I grew out of it. This is a beautiful deck to give for a gift. This is a beautiful deck if you like to have it at your workspace. It's a beautiful deck to pull one before you meditate. So if I just pull one now, let's see what we get for the day. I can overcome any obstacle, which is very relevant to me right now. Believe that you succeed in any endeavor and trust the path will be laid out for you. Any obstacle you encounter in your journey to success can be conquered. What is destined for you will be yours, but the key is perseverance. So that is that deck. So it's not gilded, but two fantastic decks, but they're leaving my collection because I just really have to condense. I really want to condense. It's a big issue of mine of buying decks. Even though I have bought a few, that's the problem when you join Facebook groups. You're getting rid of decks and then you sneakily bring a few, but I'm very, very mindful of that now. The Healing Mantra deck is a beautiful deck if you're an empath, if you're a healer. This, I didn't know who that card was, and I've just done a review. It's just popped up on my channel here. This deck here is beautiful. Like, the colors are just so soft. I don't have a deck like this. I don't have any of those rose decks. I don't have a deck like this, but this is, if you're a healer, it's very powerful to have at the end of your readings. So the booklet that goes with this is phenomenal. It's a beautiful deck. It's a beautiful deck, but again, I have to condense. I have to be very mindful of what I'm purchasing. So let's pull a card for the collective again, see what we get. All right. Healing Heartbreak. Again, very relevant for me right now. Let me get my little standy. Let's see what it says in the booklet. The booklet is here. It's a bit thinner than what we're normally used to with Hay House, but it is because of the cards themselves also have on the reverse. My heart will love again. When heartbreak is healed, you're able to learn and grow from each relationship, no matter who you believe is to blame. As heartbreak is seen as life's way of breaking your heart open to expand the love you're able to give and receive, it becomes easier to pick up the pieces of your innocence and invite greater intimacy into your life. This card is ideal for dealing with resentment, releasing the past, and healing grief. So it's a beautiful strong message. I hope with each card that I pull and eat all these decks, we're not getting the same similar story. All right, and then we have the two. So we've got so far two of Gabrielle Bernstein's Super Attractor. Again, love this deck, but I feel like I've just outgrown it. I feel like I've seen every card every day. It's beautiful. You've got the affirmations. I much prefer. Actually, I don't know whether I prefer this one or the Universe Has Your Back. I prefer them both the same. So It is an affirmation deck if you're into this, raising your vibration, helping your mental health. It's one that you can really cling to. So let's just see what message we have here out of this card. I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. Indeed. So it's beautiful, nice, colourful, good card stock. There is no booklet. Obviously, the cards speak for themselves. And then we have the other Gabrielle Bernstein. So I'm getting rid of all my Gabrielle Bernstein's deck. I was part of her membership as well. She's got beautiful meditations. The universe has your back. We've all heard of the book, haven't we? So again, you've got this beautiful card stock. Again, you've got the affirmations here. So let's just see what we get today. I mean, you can even see how much I've used this deck. Like it's all my decks are well used. That's why I'm really excited when I buy a secondhand deck, because I'm thinking, girl, you didn't use your deck. They're like new. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender, the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. So embrace, go with the flow today. So from memory, I think this was one of the first decks that I ever had that had something on the box. I know that they do that a lot now, but I'm sure that was one of the first deck that I ever owned that had something on the box, which was quite nifty and new. All right, and then we have the... Now, I haven't long had this one, but I've got the original Radley Valentine and Doreen Virtue. I got this as part of a pack when I was purchasing something from a lady. I have done a review on this channel about this deck. I really do love the Hay House booklets, the guidebooks. For me, guidebooks are really special and important, more so than the cards themselves. I know that this is like computer stock. I know that we've sort of outgrown these images. People often go off about the borders. I love borders. I'm sorry, I'm just different. I just love borders. Some cards need the border. So let's pull a card, see what we've got today for the collective. So this is another deck we're getting rid of. So see the backing. Three of Michael, release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. So yes, we're on a theme here. We're definitely on a theme. I thought we might be. Thank you, my guides, for giving me a kick up the bum. So yeah, there's going to be some heavy stuff going down. I'm getting a lot of intuitive things right now. So hence why I'm really looking after my health. Hence why I'm really making sure I'm decluttering as much as I can. So the booklet, it says here, you will grow from this situation. When challenging events occur, it's important to take time to heal. You do not have to do it alone. Ask your angels, guides, or human friends for assistance. Forgive everyone involved for actions or choices you may see as having been unkind or in error. Time truly does heal all wounds. Ask your angels and guides to help you see the reason for this situation in your life. A new perspective can allow you to view things in a different light. Know that you'll become a stronger person over time because of this challenge. Additional meanings: time to release the past, disharmony, and heart conditions. So yes, we'll see how we continue. We'll see how we continue. So we'll put this back in the box. This is going to grow a little bit. So I've got someone coming today to look at some cardstock. So this is the Carolyn Myss archetype cards. You see this a lot in people getting rid of their decks. I think it's because people don't know maybe how to utilize this deck. This deck is tough. It is tough, and one that is really about self-discovery. So if you're not into self-growth or self-discovery, this deck isn't for you. But if you want to learn to grow, learn about yourself, develop about yourself, even you can work on past lives with this. You know, you can go meditate and go back into past lives with this. But let's pull a card, see what we get. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment, sabotage, and to change that will bring to your life. Induces self-destructive behavior of the desire to undermine others. So I don't think I've ever had that deck card before, but it could be, you know, negative self-talk that I'm going through. So let's have a look at the booklet. You can see the booklet here, well laid out, easy to use. But yes, these are really for self-development, you know, very, very much so, this deck. I don't think I'd be using them for somebody. I have used them in readings, but yeah, I think. So it says here, exposes fears and issues related to low self-esteem that cause you to make choices that block your own empowerment and success. That is what I'm working on right now. When you make it an ally, you will find that it calls your attention to situations in which you're in danger of being sabotaged or of sabotaging yourself. which I am getting intuitive hits of for the last 2 months about. I don't want to talk about it because it's a personal thing, but that is so spot on. Shadow saboteur manifests as self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. Everyone has this archetype. So very true. So let's continue working on my self-love, self-development, shall we? So that's one long thing. I'm getting rid of the Namaste deck. I think I just bought these for the sake of buying cards, and that's what I want to get out of the habit of. I'm not a great fan of this artwork. You know, people may love it. For me, I feel like it's been overdone. Maybe I've bought too much that's had this artwork in it. I don't know. Maybe I've outgrown it. You know, maybe this deck isn't for me any longer, which happens. You know, it happens. So let's pull one here in the middle. Please don't be healing. Blessing of acceptance. Every part of you is equally worthy of love. Accept yourself as you are, and this will be a blessing unto yourself and others. If you wish to share the truth of the matter, hold no preference either for or against a particular outcome. Just be the love that you truly are. Yeah, we've got a definite story happening here. Definite story. So that's the Namaste deck. And then we have this deck here. I didn't vibe with from the moment I opened it. I just didn't vibe with this deck, and I think maybe I'm not vibing with angels right now, but I just didn't vibe with the tone of it. It just wasn't for me. You know, maybe for you if you're into angels and all of that stuff. It's a very soft deck. It is easy to use. You know, you've got the easy, I call it cheat sheets on here. Colourful, bright, which is what I'm normally attracted to, but I just couldn't vibe with this deck. I don't know. So let's just see. Let's pull a card. Yeah, I just couldn't vibe with the deck. Archangel Jersia, get a solid spiritual foundation, be of service to the planet. So get grounded, girl. Okay, I haven't heard of her actually. Archangel Jersia. 42. Has anybody? 42. Oh, it is long, so let's just receive the guidance. Receiving this card suggests you are ready to move forward on your path. It reminds you to strengthen your Earth Star chakra by walking, spiritual reading, meditating, chanting, or your own particular spiritual discipline, which is what I'm walking. I've already done 10,000 steps this morning. We're back into the meditating. I'm back to reading, so it's great. Ask Archangel Jersia to help you sink deep roots into hollow earth so she can access wisdom and knowledge. I'm going to do that when we meditate. This is also the card of universal service. Archangel Jersia is calling you to assist the planet by sending your light down the ley lines or around the new ninth dimensional cosmic grid. To do this, visualize yourself as a column of light, then draw cosmic energy down through yourself into hollow earth. See it spreading through Earth's fifth dimensional ley line grid and then out through Stonehenge to light up the cosmic grid. So it's beautiful, but I just don't relate to it at this present moment in my life. You know, I don't know, maybe I'm not into angels as much as I used to be. The Green Witch, this is a fantastic deck to go with other readings, but again, I'm decluttering. Tough to get rid of this one because it is really good. It's a beautiful deck. It's well thought out. It's well laid out. It's well written. Good card stock. So it goes with reading so beautifully. It really does put things together. But as decluttering, you have to declutter, you know. It's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it. All right, see what card we're going to get. Gratitude, Pink Rose, love. Pink Rose. It has got the little symbolisms there. You can see the little triangle. You can see the stars, the magical correspondence up there. The booklet itself is beautiful. Like, it's a beautiful coloured booklet. You can see. It's got spells in here. Pink Rose. I've always felt that having a garden is like having a good and loyal friend. Oracle meetings. There is a reason to be thankful and help is on its way to balance energies. Pink roses will show you that ways to happiness are opening for you and there'll be a reason to be joyful. Something of value is in focus at present. This could be an exchange of a gift, a windfall, or the sale of a large or simply discussion around it. A large item. Be careful that you do not interfere with you are not welcome. Be wary of legal deception. We're actually selling a house at the moment, so this is very, very on point. So it's got magical correspondence, joy, admiration, sympathy, sweetness, gentleness. Venus and Gemini. Find a beautiful tree somewhere lovely and tie 9 fresh pink roses with pink ribbon to the branches around the tree. Say, I give it these roses to share with the earth with thanks and with love. How beautiful is that? Beautiful deck. I think everyone should own this deck and utilize it and outgrow it like I am, but It finishes off readings so beautifully. It's a deck that goes with so many. All right, and then we've got this deck here, which is more like a learning deck. I fell into the trap of, when I first wandered into spirituality work, grabbing this crystal, grabbing that crystal, you know, and I've got a whole big box of crystals, but I tend to now not buy crystals unless they're huge or unless they're around my neck, and I try and get them from antique shops, because I read from the National Geographic about the displacement of people's homes with the amber mining, and as a light worker I don't want to put any more pressure on the earth. So this is what we've got the crystals. This isn't a divination deck, but maybe you perhaps might want to use it this way, but it discusses about the crystal itself and the healing energy of it. It describes what it is, the healing, and it has got divinatory meaning. So it says, drawing this card is the time to focus on the realization of a dream or project. Sit quietly with the thought in mind. Is it just a wish, or are you ready to manifest the reality? Beautiful. So I'm going to use my tiger eye for that. So that's the crystal deck. Crystal deck. Right. I've got, if you've seen it's my little price tag on it. If you've seen this is my collection, you would have seen that I've got I have sold a few of these. I think I've got about 3 left. This is my favorite deck, absolutely favorite deck. I use this in mediumship. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's there. That's a first edition. Then we got this one here. This is, I don't know whether this got printed much, because I haven't seen this around the traps. So this is a lovely deck. I've already pulled a card recently, but it's a lovely deck. Look at that. Look how they used to do it. Quality. But it's very specific, you know, and that's where I'm looking more at tarot, more at, you know, having a collection that is very minimal for me. So this one has to go. So let's pull a card for this. Regroup. Interesting how it was up the other way. I only saw one card that was that way. All right, the booklet itself, I find it very annoying, because you have to go through all of this, and I don't know, I just find it annoying. So is that it? No. So yeah, just enlighten heart and mind. Here we go. Not the easy. Regroup. Be willing to update your information regularly. Keep asking questions. Are you operating under the influence of outmoded data? Have you opened your heart to learning new ways of thinking and doing things? Be willing to admit that you're wrong or have a mistake or made a mistake. It's the only way to learn. Image note. Sometimes the process of developing an enlightened heart and mind results in the overwhelming grief and loss. Oh yes. We're following this. I wish I could share my intuitive hits I'm getting. The images surrounding this man represent all the regrets, false starts, and unfulfilled dreams that have led up to this moment. This is the dark night of the soul, which you must reach in your inner guidance more deeply than ever before to find the answers that are right for you. Oh my gosh, I feel like crying. Anyway. Okay. Because I know where this is all going. All right, so we've got this deck. So we're clearing them all out. Now, this deck here, I would say if you're learning to read, it's a must to buy. This was the first deck that I bought when I really knew that I had an intuition, knew that I had a gift. It's the first deck that I developed with. It's the first deck that I had a teacher with. It is beautiful, and I think she's actually reprinted this. I like the borders. I'm sorry, I know it's not popular. These are all in order. I'm sorry. It's just a beautiful deck, and the reason why it is so good to work with, actually I didn't realize it had so many animals on it. There's a lot going on, so your mind and your eyes can be drawn to something while you're intuitively connected. So let's pull a card here. Ooh, see, we are getting a little story, aren't we? Everyone should do this. Everyone should pull out all their decks and pull a card and see what story you're getting. So 31, the desert. Is your life presenting you with opportunities that seem to yield nothing? Have your ideas dried up? Does it feel like you're on an endless journey through a dry, hot, lifeless desert? This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient as you journey through harsher circumstances. Take a deep breath, everybody, because if you've seen my other cards that I pulled and heard about them, you know I'm in for a huge journey in the next couple of months. You're being required to conserve your energy until after consistent effort, you reach the oasis you're searching for. Consider the creatures that live in these conditions. They have adapted to thrive in spite of the outer environment. In a desert, water essential for life can be found deep underground. Go deep within yourself now. Find your truth there. Let spirit sustain you while you locate the real source. Whatever it is you're asking about will not be found in the conditions you're in until you move past the surface of things and choose to do the real work and discover the answers deep within you. This may not seem like the most productive time, but looks are deceiving. This is the most important place to find what is truly right for you. Love that last sentence. This is the most important time to find what is truly right for you. So that's first edition, and then I've got another first edition, The Wisdom of the Oracle. So my growth, as you can see, goes way back. I bought this because after I had so much success with the other deck, I didn't vibe as much with this deck as the other one, but well used still. Well, it's still well used. Did I put these in order? Try and put things in order when I'm selling them so I can check that all the cards are there. Yes, they are. So let's pull a card, see what we have. Now, and can you see something here? There is only one tarot deck. There's only one tarot deck that I'm currently getting rid of because I'm only really jumped into tarot late last year. Okay, 32. Being fully present in the moment, living one day at a time. The Oracle's message. Everything happens in the now and the present. Only this moment counts. You have what it takes to handle anything today. If you let go of the need to look into the future or reflect onto the past, be present and notice what is going on right now. This very moment has the potential for you to create miracles in your life. It's easy to yearn for a love affair or friendship you may not have right now. One that is more romantic, more fun, more reliable, more passionate. The old days are gone and a new day has dawned. Let your heart trust that you have everything you need right now, whether you have the relationship you desire or not. Tomorrow is beyond your reach. Yesterday cannot return. The now is all that is available to you. Stay present and aware that in this moment as you cherish and approve of your beautiful self. Yes, let's think that way, shall we? Spirit is madly in love with the right now. Do you know that? Turn to spirit to feel the joy of love in the here and now. And then we've got the protection message and the prosperity message. So it's just all about being present. So I won't read the whole lot, but that is, don't you love the images of this? Very magical. Very Alice in Wonderland. So they're my first editions. Move this out of the way. We might need this space. Okay. And then we have, you would have seen this in my whole collection. This is my last life purpose. I've sold the other ones, and this is the sealed one. So that's going to go there. And then we have this one, which I only bought recently. I really had a lot of fun with this deck. I really, really love this deck, but it is all about decluttering for me. This is if you can get your hands on this deck, it is really nice. Utilize it, push yourself to use it, read the guidebook with it. You'll get fabulous readings with it. The guidebook itself is lovely. It does have like an orangey type of color scheme through it. It's very, these aren't in order, okay? It's very beautiful, bright. And you know what I really love to do? I really love to shuffle upwards so I could see all the colors. But it is just a beautiful deck. I had lots of fun giving readings with this deck, but it's got to go. It's time to go, you know, it's time to declutter. So let's shuffle. Let's see what we get here. Okay. You might actually, with me reading about this, you might actually think, oh, I know what's going on in her life. Oh, you know, like I know what she's premonition, because I'm very good with my own premonitions. Oh, you know, and I even said to my husband 2 months ago, we're going to sell our house on my birthday. And he doesn't listen. He's got one ear open, one ear closed, like, yeah. And guess what? We sold it last week and it will settle on the day of my birthday, which is not until 3 months, which is very unusual. Okay, so the first one is all about the devil. You know, it's all about releasing toxic habits. There's a stairway for here, and we really don't want to make it to that snake. You know, it's really about light and dark within you, balancing. It's really about being in charge of our own reality with this card, and it's obviously it's about temptation. You know, it's about, is somebody going to succumb to temptation or rash impulses that can be very poisonous to any relationship or anybody. But we have here a new day is born. You know, we've got, when we go through this negativity, or this, maybe someone's going to take advantage. Let me just put the thing here. You can see it a bit better. You know, we've got this here, and this is all about being enthusiastic, you know, going through the darkness here of what's ever going to happen. And I know that something's going to happen, and this card is very, very obvious. It's about really trusting that the sun will rise again, that the optimism will come. This is what this is. It's all about radiate. It's all, you know, it's beautiful. It's a time to spend time outdoors to really help you get through this process, help you process it. I'm not going to go too heavy, too deep with this, but it's just a beautiful card to show that there is positivity. You know, there is positivity. Four of Pentacles. So we've got to be mindful here that we don't cling on. Okay, maybe what we're trying to cling on to is something that is really not great for us. So it's really about, don't make choices from lack. You know, make choices from abundance here. Really, you know, don't think that you're not worthy. You know, don't hibernate. Don't cross anybody either. This is what I'm getting here. Don't cross anybody about possessions or things or attachments, because it could be the attachments that's really leading you here to this position and not allowing you to move on. So that's this one. You'll get beautiful readings. Obviously, I'm not reading too deep, but when you read people intuitively, go back and have a look at my review. I'll put the link up there. I've got an example of readings that I've done with this deck. Beautiful. The guidebook is beautiful, very soft. And so is the box. That's the first one that I've ever thought. You know, I often watch people do their reviews, and they're like, it's so silky and smooth and lovely and da-da. And I'm like, yeah, what about? But then, you know what? I'm like, yeah, it is. So that's the deck there, the massive one here. And then finally, we have my little Witchlings by Paulina Cassidy, which I'm getting rid of. So this is first edition as well. So, you know, we all know Paulina has changed her name to Paulina Faye, or do we? So this is a lovely deck. It's beautiful. It's cute. It's my type of deck. I really love the artistry. This is my favorite artistry of her entire collection, to be honest. And I think I only really bought Spirit Song because everyone else was, so at the time. So, and I didn't know much about decks, so I just followed everybody's lead. So let's pull a card, see what we get today for this. What are we going to get? And this will give you an idea of what is in the booklet. So yes, this is the collection that we're getting rid of. Okay, so this is the collection that we're getting rid of. I'll be back with more because I'm getting rid of more. So let's read the final card, see where this ends. Hopefully we can end on a happier note than the other cards. All right, relaxation. See, this is so cute. It's beautiful. And then in the actual booklet, it talks about the card. It also says what to do. You know, it says you'll need a smooth, rounded stone, fits comfortably in your hand, soothing music. You know, it's about grounding. It tells you how to make a balm of tranquility, a green, blue, or white candle in a candle holder, incense, and say, by the moon, stars, wind, and sea, please usher relaxation to me. On delicate winds of the honeybee, deliver the balm of tranquility. So you've got a lot of chants in here. It's got garden of response, gathering of the calm. And I think that's the end. So that's it. It's got protection in here. Talks about third eye. Talks about intuition, talks about many different things. So that's my collection that I will be getting rid of hopefully this week. Thank you. Don't forget to tap. I'll be back next time for another video.